Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today. It's a little bit late. I've been busy with singing and load shedding, and neighbours are putting up solar panels, and who can blame them? And very loud drilling and banging. So that's what's been going on in my neck of the woods today, along with some pretty torrid energy. I don't know if you can feel it. I can feel it. It's quite fiery energy, and it's taking a lot to keep grounded. And so anyway, here I am, and I have the Knights Templar Tarot on the tarot table, and we're looking again at the Coronation, and I'm sure it won't be the last time that we look at the Coronation, the will they, won't they. And this was a will they, won't they story that popped up while I was away helping my friend out with the fire disaster. And so it was 3 or 4 days ago. It was a comment posted on one of the forums, the chat platforms that people talk about the royals, and in particular the Sussexes on. And one of the commentators, who people suspect might be Meghan herself or somebody very close to her, commented very emphatically that Meghan was not going to the Coronation. Came right out and said it, not going. And then said that it's going to be very entertaining, basically, when it emerges that neither she nor Harry is going to the Coronation. The meltdowns that this particular poster was looking forward to, the meltdowns when they realize that the Harkles were not going to appear at the Coronation. It was going, according to this poster, it was going to be epic. I'm quoting, not misquoting, I'm paraphrasing basically, but this was the gist of the message. I'm not directly quoting it, but the gist of the message, basically, Meghan, particularly Meghan, not going to the Coronation, and quite gleeful about it, and looking forward to the chaos and the carnage and the oh no, it's going to be so dull and so uneventful without her there, her magnificent presence. I'm being sarcastic. And as I shuffle the cards, let's remind you that this is just a tarot reading for entertainment purposes. It is all just opinion, speculation, gossip. We do it for fun. We do it to read energy. We do it because the royals are archetypal, so we can learn from archetypes. And we also do it with a disclaimer in the box below to remind you of all of the things that I have just said. And so we're going to get on, and we're going to do a compare and contrast reading. Meghan on the left-hand side, Harry on the right-hand side. And we're going to see, is she going? Is he going? Because whoever this poster was emphatic that Meghan wasn't going, and then seemed to include Harry in the not going as a bit of an afterthought. We're going to see where each of them is going to be on the day. So we're going to double blind, kind of cross check. And then we're going to ask their mood on the day, how they're going to be feeling on the day. And finally, the outcome of that great event for their marriage, either attending or not attending, depending on what comes up in the cards. We're going to ask how it's going to impact them. It's telling me I need to do a couple of these shuffles, so I'll do that. So it's as I say, it's a Meghan on one side of the spread. She's going to be on the left, Harry on the right. Are they going? Where are they going to be on the day? What are they going to be feeling on the day? How are they going to be feeling? And because a lot of people are speculating that she's going to pull some kind of stunt on the day. She seems quite gleeful about it, whoever she is. And remember, it's just speculation. It's rumoured. It's suspected, but it's not proven. It's just speculated that poster might be Meghan or someone close to Meghan, or someone just messing around. Could be someone just, a media student who's having fun. At everyone's expense. Of course, these things happen, so no one knows for sure who that particular poster is. Can't see because of plastic lump what you can see, but anyway, I will pick the cards up as I always do and show them to you. And we have the King of Swords in reverse as our underlying energy of this reading. That is a very angry man, a very cold man, a very detached man. It has to be King Charles on his big day, but it's a big day that at some level is being blighted, is being thwarted by people who are making trouble and might make him extremely angry, almost ruthless about it. That is part of the energy I'm getting. Sorry, a bit shiny. I've had to put the light on to do this reading because I am reading late. It's also telling me that it's a desire to overshadow that occasion for this man who's waited so long for this moment in his life, and a desire to overshadow it, which is quite nasty, but I'm getting quite a nasty energy off that card, and I have to say that it is just energy that I am reading, and I am interpreting it for you. So let's see the situation, the actual situation. What are we dealing with? And we're dealing with justice in reverse, the desire for revenge. What have I just been talking about? Justice upright, and we've got pearly gates, we've got the angel guarding them, you know, weighing your soul, weighing your karma, because justice is about karma. It's about just desserts. It's about balancing things, evening out, and it's settling scores when it's in the reverse. Not a nice energy at all. This is about settling scores. If anything can happen to overshadow that king being crowned, then it is going to be done, in my opinion. So is Meghan going? This is Meghan's side, this is Harry's side. Is Meghan going to be at the coronation? 5 of Pentacles. It's in reverse. So the 5 of Pentacles is the absolute exile card. Kicked out, booted, not wanted, not welcome, cast into outer darkness. The card is in reverse, which can mean coming in from the cold. The prodigal will get that returns, but more. My absolute certainty with that card in this reading, the energy of that card tells me no, she's going to stay out, she's going to stay exiled, she's going to make some spectacle, I suspect. I'm speculating of the fact that she is sidelined, that she hasn't been that she hasn't received an apology. They didn't want a biracial woman there. Racist royals, cold, unfeeling royals who wouldn't apologize to her for her appalling treatment and have left her out, didn't make her feel welcome, wouldn't do a walkabout. And we're hearing now that Catherine is absolutely, adamantly refusing to do any kind of spectacle stunt like she did. I was forced into seemingly at the funeral, not the Jubilee, the late Queen's funeral, when she and William did that walkabout outside the gates of Windsor, and the crowd was pretty well behaved. Not going to see that. So that's a pretty frightening card. The energy of this reading is pretty dark. So Harry on this side. Harry going to be there. Strength in reverse. That's a coward. That's a giving in card. That's a position of tremendous weakness. Going back, but going back tail between his legs. Separated from her. It's the traditional Harry and Meghan card. The Virgo and the Leo. Them together as a couple, a power couple, but it's in reverse. So the power couple is broken up. The Leo and the Virgo separated, and it's submitting. So I think he's going to submit. I think he's going to go crawling back, not having got what he insisted on. He didn't get the apology. He didn't get the fancy seat. In the first row. He's going to be sidelined. All the stories coming out now, palace sources, are saying that they're going to use the Jubilee arrangement, which means Harcourt's going to be seated out of away from the senior royals, the working royals. They're going to be seated second row with the cousins and the whatevers, the Lady Sarah Chattos and those kinds of people. No shade on her, but are minded by people like that, different column, different row, and bunched with the rest of the non-working royals. Very insignificant, candle planted strategically to block them out of view. No role in the actual ceremony itself, no balcony appearance limited to working royals. So he's ousted, but it does look like he is going to grovel and go back in disgrace. Not from a position of strength at all, but from a position of weakness. Where is Meghan going to be on the day? The Hanged Man, in limbo, kicking around, but also martyring herself. Hanged Man is somebody who's out of action. We've got two cards that tell us we've got somebody out of action here, because Five of Pentacles has a bit of a Hanged Man energy in it, actually, because you've been evicted, outcast, martyred, scapegoated. That's what the Hanged Man is about too. A victim, sacrifice. So she might make a big deal of it and say, I had to sacrifice my own happiness so that Harry could go with the family, or he chose to go with that awful family. We've had these kinds of ultimatums before recently, and I have read on them. It's there in the Royals playlist, choosing his family over her. And Archie, it's Archie's birthday. A big song and dance about how she's been sacrificed, about how she's been left alone and punished and victimized and made to suffer. And it could be start of divorce. Just putting it there. This is my reading of the energy. It's my speculation. Him, where is he going to be on the day? 10 of Wands. It's not a very nice card. But the 10 of Wands is about carrying a burden. Very, very heavily burdened. It's being dragged unwillingly behind this horse. Not a normal 10 of Wands card. I was very, my hand was sent straight to this tarot deck when I knew what reading I was going to do. It sometimes takes me a while to figure out the reading. Sometimes takes me a while to figure out the cards I need to use for the particular reading. Can take quite a long time to actually get these readings out to you. But it was very clear to me I needed to use these cards, and I think that is why. That card, that 10 of Wands, is why. Somebody being dragged along like a burden, like he is a burden on the royal family, that they are going to view him as something they have to drag along behind them. An unwanted burden on the royal family. He's going to be scowling and scuffling and staring daggers at William, and not singing the national anthem, and not doing all the things he's supposed to. These poisonous presence where they least want it. Meghan's mood on the day, how's she going to be feeling? And 4 of Swords in reverse. She's going to be full of resentment. Upright, it's the card of retreat and retiring and resting and healing and meditating, calming yourself down after a defeat. But she's going to be seething. She's going to be pacing up and down. She's going to be sending out messages about how hurt she is. It's the inability to heal, the inability to rest, the inability to recover. And it's also the 4 of Swords, as I always say with this card, is a card of ruined reputation. She is going to be trying to ruin reputations, but she is also going to be feeling like her reputation has been ruined because she's not there. How is Harry going to be feeling on the day? We get another 4 of Pentacles. This one in reverse. 4 of Pentacles upright, very stable, very secure, very content, very well provided for, quite miserly though, quite in control, quite tight-fisted, quite controlling. In reverse, losing control, losing stability. He's going to be feeling that he has destabilized himself as a result of his action, and he is no longer part of that firm, part of that foundation, part of that institution where he would be secure, but he is no longer. He's going to be feeling very uneasy as it dawns on him what he has lost. Outcome of this looks like quite a torrid day for the Harkles. Meghan missing seemingly. 3 of Cups in reverse. It's going to cost them happiness. It's going to cost them joy, it's going to cost them peace of mind, it's going to cost them acquaintances and associations, friends. People that are fair weather friends are going to jump ship as a result of this Three of Cups in reverse. It's not calamitous, we haven't got there yet, but it's the start of the rot. Or their marriage possibly is tied together by substances. Cups, Three of Cups is a party card. And there might be a retreating into solitude and self-medicating with that Three of Cups in reverse, one or both, seeking solace with other friends, with other people, not with a spouse, but also feeling shunned, feeling unloved, unwanted, and sad times, difficult times. It's not the end, but it's certainly going to be quite emotional for them and quite difficult for them emotionally as they try and deal with the fallout of this. Very clear to me from this reading, the energy starting now to settle down into something. And I thought with that post that I saw a few days ago that, yeah, here we get it. She's already decided, or someone knows her, thinks that she has decided, not going reluctantly, a burden on the royal family, feeling very, very insecure, very like he's lost control of the narrative. He was trying very hard to have his little tantrum and stamp his little foot and demand apologies and meetings and negotiations and mediators and fly to Montecito and do all these absurd things. But it's going to start to dawn on him that actually he is pretty insignificant. They're fine without him. And he is the one who's going to rue the day and have to go back to Montecito and drown his sorrows and wonder who's left in the world that is his friend, his brother. Certainly not. We'll have a look at that relationship again soon. But that is your reading, quite a grim reading, quite a heavy reading for me as a reader. The energy of this reading, very, very heavy. And so anyway, thank you for enduring it with me. And I will see you again, hopefully, tomorrow.